Good morning to you all. That was indeed a very glowing introduction of myself. I don't look at myself in such a, august manner. Ladies and gentlemen gathered here, it is my great pleasure to be present in Kochi in amidst you all, industry stalwarts and fellow printers. We are here all to join the future and evolving world of printing, where we are all, which is our bread and butter. In the words of Wendell Phillips, the American abolitionist and lawyer, what gunpowder did for war, the printing press has done for the mind. For this seminal breakthrough, the seminal invention, we have Johannes Gutenberg to thank, the father of modern printing, who invented movable type, and for which we commemorate today as Printers' Day all over India. So a very happy Printers' Day to you all. And my thanks to KMPA for organizing the 8th edition of Print and Beyond today. To begin with, something a little bit boring for people who might not know a little bit of the AIFMP. A few words about AIFMP. It was established in 1953. Is a sole representative of about 2.5 lakh printers across India through 83 affiliate associations. For the purpose of strengthening printing, AIFMP supports, participates and organizes a number of international regional events with the aim of lobbying for the interests of the Indian printers and showcasing the Indian industry's achievements and holding technical seminars and exhibitions for educating printers about global technologies and trends. The Exposition of Printing and Graphic Machinery, PAMIX, is organized by AIFMP. PAMIX 2020 was just concluded in Bombay, which had over 30,000 unique visitors, over 450 participants, and 200 plus running machines. This is the most valuable exposition of the printing industry in the country. The next edition is scheduled for January 2026. AIFMP uniquely maintains 2 indexes for printing industry, Pridex and Cardex. Pridex is for packaging industry and Cardex is for commercial printing. These are the only 2 indexes for printing in the world. These track changes in printing costs and take into consideration all relevant parameters like paper, consumables, wages, etc., which will help us and you, all our printers here, to calculate our costs and also negotiate with customers. We organize some technical seminars in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities entitled Romancing Print. These are led by the 4 vice presidents of the country in all the 4 regions, north, south, east, and west. This aim to reach out to grassroots level printers to enable them to learn about new developments and tackle technical issues related with printing. The National Awards for Excellence in Printing is also organized by AIFMP, supported by the Government of India. The 16th edition was presented recently, concurrently with PAMIX in Mumbai, on the 8th of February, along with the 2nd edition of the Global Print Excellence Awards, which allows Indian players to compete with international printers. I invite all printers' participation in these. Information on all of these and many more is available on the AIFMP website, aifmp.org. Coming to a subject of discussion, as we stand here on the cusp of a new era, technological advancements are reshaping the way we think about interacting with print media. Let's start the acknowledging by roots of printing. From the Gutenberg press to the 3D printers of today, humanity has always sought ways to reproduce and share information. Today we found ourselves as a pivotal moment when the convergence of digital technologies is driving the next wave of printing evolution. One of the most significant trends, as Dr. Divya Iyer has mentioned, it was very inspiring to listen to a government officer who has such in-depth and deep knowledge about printing. It's really inspiring and we should definitely support more officers like her. The groundbreaking technology, which has already revolutionized industries such as healthcare, aerospace, and automotive, which is 3D. The ability to create 3D objects layer by layer is changing the way you manufacture goods, making it more efficient, cost-effective, and customizable. In the future, we can expect 3D printing to extend its reach, impacting everything from fashion to architecture. Moreover, with the integration of artificial intelligence with printing processes is opening up new possibilities. AI algorithms can optimize our printing workflows, enhance image qualities, and even predict potential issues before they occur. Smart machines equipped with AI capabilities can learn from past printing jobs, leading to continuous improvement in efficiency and resource utilization. On the environmental front, sustainable printing practices are becoming increasingly important. As we all see, the effect of global warming is already here. We see such great changes in our climate, in our surroundings. So if we do not act now, we will be dooming our own future. The future of printing will undoubtedly see a rise in environmentally conscious solutions, reducing the ecological footprint in the industry. We have to be very proactive in adapting eco-friendly materials and energy-efficient technologies. A lot of developments is happening in this field. As we all know, in PAMEX also we saw a lot of new developments in this field. So it is incumbent upon us to adopt all these eco-friendly technologies. The processless plates, we should definitely be adopting, because that is something that will really, it does increase the cost a bit, but we should actually be adopting it as fast as possible. There is a fallacious message being propagated that print is bad. You see, you walk into an airport, walk into the washroom, you will see a sign that says that there is no paper used, just these blowers that will dry your hands. So, but the electricity that is used to power these devices, where does it come from? The primary source today still is thermal energy, that is based upon oil and coal. And even when you're talking about the electronic circuits that make up these devices, they are all made with heavy metals. And as we all know, recycling in India is, it's practically non-existent. So where does all this go when these devices are of no use? So that it means that reading an email and not printing it out is not necessarily green. Today, most paper in India is produced from renewable captive forests and also from recycled sources. Paper industry power in India produces 5% of the world's total paper, with domestic market size of rupees 80,000 crores. This is despite the fact that the industry is highly fragmented, comprising of many small, medium, and large paper mills, with paper production capacity ranging from 10 to 1,600 tons per day. The domestic output has increased during April 22 to January 23 by almost 7%. This production has reached 55,53,000 tons in the 10 months ending January 2023. So when we are talking about printing industry, it is not, we wouldn't say it is dead or it's still growing. There's tremendous scope for printing across the world, and there's tremendous scope for printing in India. When coming to the environmental front, there are many innovative startups in India. We are doing groundbreaking work in promoting green alternatives. Startups like Zero Circle are working in Maharashtra. They were developing paper, transparent film, and even barrier coatings made out of seaweed. This seaweed is being produced in the coastal regions of Maharashtra in areas that do not have enough fish to sustain the local fishing communities. What they are doing is that they are helping these communities to produce this seaweed, and the seaweed they use to produce these materials. So in the future, I'm very sure we'll be using these materials in our industries, and I look forward to the great developments. There's a interesting startup called Kraste, which is working with farmers in Uttar Pradesh in the rice belt. Surprisingly, northern India is actually a very dry area, but still rice has been cultivated. So in the end, what happens is that a lot of stubble which is left after harvesting is normally burnt. So this stubble is ultimately infamous for causing the entire disruptions across North India during winters, because the stubble burning ends up creating a lot of smog. And then we know, like even last year, a couple of months back, last month also, there's such a lot of disruption across Northern India. In fact, I was supposed to go to Lucknow for a event of the Lucknow Printers Association. I could not go because the flight was cancelled because of the fog. So it is something which is affecting us directly. And this work that Kraste is doing has helped the farmers increase the yields from their farmlands by 40% per acre. So how this is helping them is that now, instead of just lighting a matchstick, which is the easiest way to clear the fields, now they instead storing the stubble, selling it to this company, and they are using it to produce disposable plates. Even they are even working on boards and paper made out of that. So I'm sure that in the near future, we'll be having a lot of development in this field, and I encourage you all to please find out the information about these people. I'm sure AIFMP has the information. We'll be very happy to share it with you. And now, as we know, one of the biggest trends that's happening now is the rise of digital printing. Mr. T.P. Jain is here. He's one of the one of the forerunners in this field. It has already transformed the landscape of traditional publishing. E-books, online articles, digital media have become ubiquitous, which are challenging the dominance of physical books and newspapers. However, it is not about the demise of traditional forms, but rather the synergy between digital and print media. Augmented reality, virtual reality technologies are being integrated into printing materials, providing immersive and interactive experiences for readers. In fact, just yesterday, I was coming from the airport with Mr. Francis. So I had the privilege of meeting one of the directors of Amar Chitrakala Group. So what they are experiencing is now is their their printed forms are also sold along with a digital subscription. So what is happening is people are buying their printed comics. Tinkle, as you know, is produced by Amar Chitrakatha. So their printed comics have been sold, and people are also logging in online because some of the old editions might not be available in print very readily. So the print editions are also supplemented by the online editions. So there, apparently 25% of the revenue is now coming from online sales. So what they feel is that print and digital media have to work together. Additionally, another important thing that's happening is the Internet of Things. This is playing a pivotal role in the evolution of printing. Connected machines can communicate in other devices and platforms, facilitating seamless printing experiences. We can well imagine a scenario now when our printing machine communicates with a smart network system to reorder inks of place whenever supplies are low. This integration will make printing more intuitive, efficient, and user-friendly. As we are looking ahead, challenges and ethical considerations should not be overlooked. Privacy concerns relating with data generated by smart machines, environmental impacts of increased production, and the need for cybersecurity in a connected printing ecosystem are all areas that demand careful attention and responsible evolution. In this field also, I'd like to mention that we should always try that whenever we're using our computers, whenever we're using our software, we should try to get original software as far as possible. Why it's important is that you have access to the latest updates and also your system remains secure. Because when you're using some software which is not sanctioned by the manufacturer or sanctioned by the developer, what happens, there's always chance of getting some malware into your system, which can compromise all your machines. And now, since the machines are connected, this can also leak into your printing machine, you can leak into your CTP machine, anyway it can happen. So it is advisable as far as possible that we should try to go as legal as possible. It is difficult, I understand, there's quite a big cost involved, but ultimately we should consider that just as we are buying a printing machine, the software we are buying is also important for us. Printing today is growing around 4% CAGR annually. So by no means print is dead. So I would just like to come down to the future. Printing is dynamic. It's an exciting landscape. From 3D printing, revolutionizing manufacturing, to AI optimized workflows, sustainable practices, and the integration of digital technologies, the possibilities are vast. The key lies in embracing these advancements responsibly, ensuring that the future of printing is not only technologically advanced, but also sustainable, ethical, and inclusive. I thank you all for your time, and I look forward to witnessing the insights of the industry vanguard present here. We are all going to witness the incredible transformations that are lie ahead of us in the world of printing. I thank you very much. Thank you very much to KMPA for inviting me for this. I am really happy here. Thank you so much.